Welcome back to Sleep Well Horrors, and I don't know what this story is going to be, honestly. I don't know if it's going to be the tasty snack, the little tiny snack for Wednesdays, or the main story for Saturdays, because I really don't know how long it's going to be. But it's something, alright? But today we're doing a story called Dr. Weller. To give you a little bit of background on this story and this character, the podcast Creepcast made up a character called Dr. Weller during one of their stories that they did, and it's by far one of my favorite characters. And I saw that someone made a fan-made story. I asked that person if I could do their story of Dr. Weller, and they agreed. And that person is Lazy Palpitation 517 on Reddit. We're doing his story today, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to, if there is a Creole accent in this, I'm going to try my best. I'm not as good as a voice actor as Hunter is in Creepcast, but I will do my very best. But this should be a fun story. I don't know if it's going to be silly or scary or maybe a little bit of both, but it'll be fun. But without further ado, we're going to be reading Dr. Weller, and Andrea will be starting us off, as usual.
Okay. When you're a senior in high school, you think you have everything figured out. You and your friends get together and make plans for the future, fully believing it'll all work out. Careers are decided, trips are mapped out, and you just know everything will go to plan. But then life comes along and just happens. College, a job, falling in love. Eventually, all those plans grow more and more distant, and the ties that held those old high school friendships together seem to just fade away. I was on my way home from work on a Friday evening when I got a call from an unknown number. Normally, I would just let it go to voicemail, but today for some reason I decided to answer. I thought that maybe if it was a scam call, I could at least have a little fun with it.
Hello? Hey man, how's it hanging?
Said a man's voice.
Good. Who is this? Oh, shit. I guess it's been a while. It's Sam from high school.
I smiled. I thought the voice sounded familiar. Sam was my best friend in high school. We hadn't talked in years.
Sam! Dude, how long has it been? 9, 10 years?
Sam chuckled.
Yeah, more like 12. How you been, asshole? I've been good, man. How about you? Living the dream, bro. Hey, guess who I ran into the other day? Who? Josh. You remember Josh, right? Yeah, of course. I haven't seen him since high school, though. How is he?
Sam, Josh, and I had been inseparable as teenagers, but over time we had just grown apart.
He's good. Do you remember how we used to always talk about getting together and heading down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras? But the timing never worked out?
It was true. One of us was always busy with work or school or girls.
Yeah, I remember. Well, we've got to talking, and it turns out we are both free this time around. Okay.
I said, knowing where this was going.
What do you say? You still up for the trip? I don't know, man. I've kind of got a lot of going on right now. I just started this new job, and my girlfriend and I are moving in together. Timing's just a bit off for me right now. Come on, Ben. We may never get another chance to take this trip.
The truth was, it had been a really long time, and we were all different people now. I wasn't sure I even wanted to go anymore. I really just wanted to focus on my future with Alice. On the other hand, it would be really good to see you guys again.
Look, I'm not saying no. Just let me sleep on it, okay? Alright, man. Give me a call and let me know. Either way, you should try to hang out soon.
When I got home, I had a long talk with Alice about the guys and the trip we had always wanted to take.
It sounds like a fun trip, and your friends really want you to go. I want to go too. I just don't know if the friendship is still there like it was before. I mean, we haven't exactly stayed in touch over the years.
Alice smiled.
Look, babe, I can't tell you what to do here. If you want to go, you should go. Just don't find you a Cajun girl while you're down there.
I smiled back and kissed her.
How did I get so lucky to get a girl like you?
She grinned up at me.
We both got lucky. Oh my god. Barf. People happy in their relationships? That's disgusting.
The next
Oh fuck! That's true though. Like, if I got a call from a friend though, and after 10 years, I'm like, no, dude, I don't even know you anymore. It's been since high school. The only person I
Yeah.
talked to from high school is like my friend who's kept in touch with me.
The only person I talk to is my best friend because we're still best friends since 7th grade.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
a friend who I kept in touch with, and we're really good friends. Other than that,
And be like,
talking
no,
about-
I don't even know you. The next morning, I called Sam to tell him I was in, and a week later, we were on the road. For the most part, we followed the course we had drawn out in high school. We had planned on making more stops when we were younger, really stretching the drive and getting the most of it. But adult life necessitated that we make the 20-hour drive as quick as possible.
Damn, 20-hour drives. Where are they driving from?
That's far. I don't know.
They
Did
didn't
they
say,
say?
right? 20 hours.
No.
They probably in like New England.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
like
that's far.
20 hours. It took us 18 from Virginia, so they got to be like in Pennsylvania. Oh, it is Pennsylvania. Never mind. I forgot that that's where this takes place. Okay, it's Pennsylvania. Okay, never mind. Now, cracked it.
We took turns sleeping and driving nonstop, which was absolutely fucking miserable. The long drive, however, proved my previous fears about our friendship to be ridiculous. The three of us quickly fell into the similar pattern of shit talking and cracking jokes, just like old days. We were a few hours out from our destination when we stopped to get gas and snacks. It was one of those old-timey gas stations that don't have card readers at the pumps.
Oh, I know where this is going. Okay.
I do not.
You guys want anything?
Asked Josh as he headed for the door. Oh, I shook my head.
I'm good. Grab me a Baja Blast,
said Sam. I stepped out of the Jeep to pump the gas. Josh had been driving, but I would take over for the rest of the drive.
Pennsylvania, huh?
Said a voice from behind me. I turned to see an old man with a bushy gray beard looking at our license plate.
You boys long way from home, aren't ya?
I nodded and cleared my throat.
Yeah, it's been quite a drive.
The old man smiled.
Y'all come down here for Mardi Gras? Yeah, it's something we wanted to do since we were in high school.
The old man nodded.
I thought as much. Just make sure y'all stay on the main road. We wouldn't want you boys getting lost down by the bog.
I nodded and smiled politely.
No, we wouldn't want that.
He leaned in and gave me a smile. He leaned in and gave me a sly grin.
Oh, Dr. Weller down there ain't had any new blood for a long good while now. And I'm sure he's wanting it.
I squinted at him in confusion.
Who? Never mind, son.
He said, laughing and patting me on the back.
Just stay out the swamp, and you'll be fine. That's such a funny thing. Oh, Dr. Weller down there ain't had a new blood top for a long time now. I'm sure he's waiting it.
I'd be scared. I'd be like, wait, what?
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Dr. Weller?
Yeah.
What a random thing, too, by the way. It's like, dude, leave me alone. I'm trying to get gas. Like, I'm back, fuckers.
Yelled Josh as he exited the gas station holding up Sam's Baja Blast in one hand and a 30-pack of beer in the other. I grinned and shook my head. While Sam and I had become marginally more responsible with age, Josh was the same as he always was. I turned back to where the old man had been standing and he was gone. I glanced around thinking maybe he had walked off somewhere, but saw no sign of him. I finished pumping the gas and climbed into the driver's seat.
Home stretch, boys.
I said, putting the Jeep into gear. I glanced back at the gas station and saw the old man inside talking with the attendant. They were watching us as we pulled back onto the road.
Places like that give me serious Hills Have Eyes vibes, man.
Said Sam, cracking open his soda.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how anyone lives out here in the middle of nowhere like this.
Said Josh.
Life, finds a way?
Josh laughed and Sam shook his head as we headed down the road. Sam and Josh had both fallen asleep after about half hour of driving. I checked the map on my phone, but the little car hadn't moved for the past few miles. No service out here. Oh well, I thought. By my reckoning, we would be pulling into New Orleans around midnight. Sam snored loudly in the passenger seat next to me, so I turned up the radio to try and drown him out. I was getting pretty tired too. Tired and irritable.
Ugh, the worst passenger.
I looked up from the radio and slammed on the brakes.
Oh, shit!
Something large and pale dashed across the road right in front of us. The tire squealed as I yanked the wheel hard to the side to avoid whatever it was, but the road was too narrow. We came to a sudden and jarring stop as the Jeep slid off the road and slammed into the swampy water at the base of a mangrove tree. My head impacted the steering wheel and I blacked out.
Ben!
Someone was shaking me.
Sam? What happened?
I shook my head, trying to clear it of the stars I was seeing.
Ben, are you alright?
Asked Sam as he shook me. I nodded, glancing around.
Yeah, I hit my head, but I think I'm good.
There was water up to the top of the Jeep's hood, and that was smashed in around the tree trunk. I turned to face Sam and saw that his face was covered in blood.
Dude, your face.
Sam shook his head.
It's fine. It was the airbag. Broke my damn nose.
I nodded and turned to check on Josh.
Josh, hey man, you okay back there?
There was no answer.
Quit fucking around, man. Are you good?
Yelled Sam. We both managed to get our seatbelts undone and turned to check the back seat. Josh wasn't there.
Oh no, Mr. Weller got him. Dr. Weller got him.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh god.
Said Sam, staring out through the shattered windshield. Up ahead in the glow of the flickering, submerged headlights was a bloodied and broken body bobbing in the water. We both started yelling for Josh as we climbed our way out of the submerged Jeep and splashed our way over to our friend. We carried him as gently, but as quickly back up to the road.
Shit! He's not breathing,
said Sam as we laid him on the pavement.
Quick! There's a flashlight and a first aid kit under the back seat.
I ran back to the Jeep and began searching for the emergency supplies as Sam started chest compressions on Josh. It took me a minute and I had to duck under the murky water, but I could hear Josh beginning to cough as I climbed back out of the Jeep.
What the fuck happened?
Josh yelled between coughs.
What's wrong with my arm? Ben, hurry the fuck up!
Yelled Sam.
I'm here.
I said as I stumbled up and flickered on one of the flashlights. Sam took the other light and we shined them down on Josh's mangled body. His body was covered in bleeding cuts and the left side of his face had been nearly scraped away. His left arm was visibly broken, a shard of jagged bone protruding from the flesh just above his elbow.
How bad is it?
Asked Josh with a half smile.
Oh well, man, it ain't good. Fuck, man, we have to get him out of here,
said Sam as he paced back and forth trying to get his phone to come on.
Damn it, it's dead. Do you have yours?
I shook my head.
Mine was on the dash. It's probably at the bottom of the swamp.
Josh tried to reach for his pocket, then groaned in pain.
I think I still have mine.
I bent down and removed the device from his pocket.
Shit.
He had it, but it was shattered and soaked.
Oh, what the hell do we do now? How did this even happen?
I stood up and looked up the road.
There was an animal or something in the road. I swerved to miss it and lost control.
Sam shook his head and continued pacing and muttering to himself.
Look, man, I'm sorry, but right now we just need to get Josh some help. So, what do you suggest we do?
Sam asked.
I think one of us needs to go for help, while the other stays here with Josh.
Sam thought for a moment before nodding in agreement.
Okay, I'll stay here.
I nodded.
I'll head back toward the gas station. Hopefully I'll run into someone sooner. You guys sit tight. Please hurry! He's really hurt!
I nodded and knelt down next to Josh.
Hey man, I'm gonna go get us some help. You keep an eye on Sam, okay?
Josh raised his good hand in a thumbs up.
Sure thing, man.
His words were distorted from the wounds to his face. I felt sick, like it was my fault.
I'm so sorry, Josh. It's cool, man. Even with half of a face, I'm still better looking than the two of you.
The three of us laughed for a moment, then I stood there and told them I'd be back soon and started walking. I know we're supposed to be scared because of Dr. Weller, but all I'm thinking is they're going to get eaten by alligators because they're in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I was about 20 minutes down the road when I saw something up ahead in the gloom. It was distant and dim, but it looked like the glow of a porch light. I thought I would have to walk all the way back to the gas station, but if someone lived out there, I could help the guys that much quicker. After another few minutes, I came to a path that led off the road to the light source. The path was old. It looked like it was once a driveway but had grown thick with weeds. I found myself not wanting to step off the road. The old man at the gas station came to mind. What had he said? Dr. Weller? Mr. Weller? Dr. Weller? I shook my head. It didn't matter. That was just some crazy old man trying to scare the out-of-towners. The path led to an open area with a 2-story brick building. It was overgrown and obviously abandoned, but the light was still on.
What the hell?
I approached the building. There was clearly words printed on the face of the building at some point, but time and neglect had all but wiped them away. Of the letters that remained, I could clearly make out what was hospital. You know that part of your brain that tells you when something isn't right? Mine was screaming for me to turn around from this place, but I couldn't. My friends needed help. The outside light was on. Maybe there was still power inside, still a working phone. I pushed open the front door of the hospital and stepped inside. I found myself standing in the hospital waiting room. The walls were covered in mold, the floors caked with dirt, and the light fixtures dangling from the ceiling. But the most unsettling part was that all of the waiting room chairs had been turned to face the door I had just entered. I know it makes no sense, but seeing those chairs turned at me, I felt an odd sense of embarrassment, like I had just walked in on a private gathering. I felt like I was uninvited. It's so creepy. I nearly turned and left right then, but then I heard something.
Okay, that's a weird sentence.
Okay, it's not me.
Sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
He heard something. A phone ringing. There was a phone here. Someone must have been living in the old hospital, and they had a phone. The ringing sounded like it was coming from the second floor, so I quickly made my way to the stairwell.
Hello?
I called out, not wanting to surprise someone and get shot.
Hello? I just need to use your phone. My friends and I were in an accident. We need help.
I opened the door to the second floor and immediately knew where the ringing was coming from. Like the rest of the inside of the building, the second floor was dark apart from one room. At the other end of the corridor was a shut office door with light pouring out from under the edges.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Still no answer. I cautiously made my way across the corridor to the office door. As I approached, I could make out the name stenciled on the face of the door. Dr. Weller. I swallowed a lump in my throat and pushed open the office door. The inside of the office was an absolute wreck. There were old files and newspapers scattered all around. The desk had crookedly on a broken leg, and the floor was completely covered in what looked like empty blood bags, most of them labeled O negative. In one corner of the office was what looked like a makeshift cot, made of chair pieces and lab coats. The phone on the desk had stopped ringing, and I opened the door. But when I picked it up to call for help, there was no dial tone. My stomach dropped when I realized it wasn't even plugged in.
What?
I glanced around trying to understand what was happening. My eyes fell on one of the old newspapers. The front page read,
Local doctor arrested for occult practices.
I reached down and picked up the old newspaper. Most of the article was unreadable due to the water damage and age, but this is what I could make out.
Doctor promises miracle cure to patients. Experimental type of bloodletting. multiple counts of exhaustion, patients and families horrified as.
The phone started ringing again. I stared at it in horror, and that wasn't fucking possible. My heart pounded as the phone kept on ringing. I ran from the door and down the stairs. My heart skipped a beat when I stepped back into the waiting room. The chairs, they had all turned to face the stairwell door. All at once, the room erupted with dozens of voices, all speaking at once. I clamped my hands over my ears and looked around, but there was no one there. I could only make out one word from the mass of voices they had repeated over and over again.
Run!
I ran. I ran across the room and out the door. I ran down the path and back to the road. I kept on running until I got back to the gas station. I didn't care how tired I got, how bad my legs hurt. I had to keep running. The attendant called emergency services when I told him about the accident. He even offered to drive me back to the scene of the accident, but I refused. I would not go back. I was too afraid of what the paramedics would find. Sam and Josh were never found. The police say there was no sign of a struggle. That most likely Sam went for help and got lost in the swamp. As for Josh, the amount of blood he lost would have attracted predators. Alligators. That's the official story, but I know what happened. I realized it when I was standing in that office. The pale blur I saw on the road, the thing that I swerved to miss, it was wearing a lab coat.
Damn! Dr. Weller got him now. Dr. Weller went down there, got Josh and Sam, and took them away. No, seriously, though. They're dead.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Oh, my God. I was like, man, they shouldn't split up. It's probably a bad idea.
You never split up in a story.
They always do it.
I know.
Every story, like, hey, gang, let's split up. Oh, man. Dr. Weller got him. That's crazy. I want them to do another story. So this is what I think they should do. And if they're going to continue with this Dr. Weller, like, lore, it shouldn't be from Ben's perspective, the next one. It should be a different person. Right? Maybe like a detective looking into it, being like, that's weird. Or like another person having like a similar experience with an old creepy guy at a gas station. And I was like, that's fucking weird. And then maybe changing it up a little bit or different accounts. Like, I think they should build a universe around this character.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool to like do like a little like series of like different accounts of like this happened here and this person had this experience and this detective's working on this case and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool.
You know how so Ben's the only survivor because Josh and Sam were never found. What if somebody else hears this story and they're like, oh my God, something similar happened and my friend Mary and Alice were never found. And then other people start saying the same thing, you know?
Yeah. That's good. I think that's cool. And then maybe like in not the the next one, but maybe like 3 or 4 later, like they go back to Ben and like they go to his house and like ask him about what happened, etc. I think that'd be really cool. I think they could do a lot with this story because they left it off in such a way where you can build more onto it.
Yeah.
I think they should just go with it. Just start creating a universe. And even if other people like collab with this person and wrote their own story in their own way and then collab with it, like we could do it ourselves or something, but just to add more like layers to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the same author either. If the author collab with another person and use this as a basis to create more stories, that'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool.
Let's you should message Lazy Palpitations 517.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, make sure you watch the end of the video because we have some ideas.
Yeah.
But
that was a good story.
I liked it. It was good. It was like nice and short too, and obviously I like the dialogue. I do way better with dialogue than I do with the reading paragraphs part. I don't know why, but my brain just works better with the dialogue. I become the character. That's what it is.
You are pretty good at becoming the character.
Like in correspondence when I was playing that one girl, Dear Diary.
That's still my favorite part.
You get that team together.
The scariest part to me was the chairs facing like the door, and then the chairs moved, and then they started facing the stairwell.
Yeah, 100%. I think it was good. I think they could do a lot more with it too. I think they can build it out. This will be a short story. It will be on a Wednesday. Thank you guys for watching. We had a lot of fun. This one was a lot of fun. Even if it wasn't that scary for you guys, it was very entertaining for me. Plus I watched the episode where they created this character, so it just makes it more funny. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Just drop a comment in. Tell us how we're doing. We like the feedback. I see that a lot of you guys haven't been doing that since I went a little crazy-eyed on you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just go ahead and drop a comment. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But anyway, you guys enjoy. Check out our Spotify. We have the Spotify's up and running. We have all the videos on there now. I finally did it. I didn't realize that it was very easy. It's actually pretty simple. Figured it out. The Instagram, the TikTok, the Discord, everything. It's linked. Go check it out. And we will see y'all next time. Sleep well and make sure you guys don't go out in the swamp. Because Dr. Weller gonna get you. Come and get you. Take your blood. Alright. Anyway, I'll see you later. Goodbye.